All right, team. Being as we're on a short sprint here today for this. We are recording this currently, so I'm going to get things kicked off from out here in the desert of Arizona. My name is Jeff Anderson. I'm the strategic business manager here at TD SYNNEX for all things public sector related. That's IBM Federal and SLED. Happy Hump Day! Thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking the time. We wanted to bring everyone together just to go through some of those end of season, federal buying season coming up in September, and then year end coming up, obviously faster than any of us could have imagined, coming up here soon. So what we want to do is take you just through some reminders as it pertains to process and things like that, things to remember as we get those deals and the crazy season comes in. So I'm going to take you through some of those things. I'm going to hand it off to my IBM counterparts, and they're going to take you through a couple of things that are point of view and important to IBM as we head into these two areas of end of season. And then we're going to open it up for Q&A. And what we'll do is we will, if you have a question during that time, just please use the raise your hand button, and we will unmute you and let you ask your question and do that engagement. If you feel more comfortable, you can put it in the chat and one of us will answer it. And if we don't get to it in the allotted amount of time, we'll definitely send out a follow-up with answers to those questions. Okay, so let's get into it. I just want to start today with a quick quote. Sales is an outcome, not a goal. It's a function of doing numerous things right, starting from the moment you target a potential prospect until you finalize the deal. We're into that finalizing the deal and the little things that are going to help keep us efficient, keep us from, losing our sanity or getting frustrated as we get into the crazy part of the season. We just want to touch on a few of those things and make sure you guys are aware of those and make things as efficient as possible so we can close as much business as there is. One of the first reminders I want to bring up are around quotes and bids, right? We want to make sure that bids and quotes are current or refreshed. And I bring this up because some of these sales cycles drag out a little bit. And then, there's approval processes. There's things that can take a lengthy amount of time, especially when it comes to federal or SLED, that we just want to make sure that you go back and review when you know that award or that PO is coming. Make sure that everything is accurate, because the last thing you want to have happen is, a PO comes in and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, shoot, pricing expired or pricing changes, anything like that. Just make sure you're reviewing any deals that you have forecasted out there and make sure that the bids are current or refreshed. And also make sure you have that updated quote and pricing back from TD SYNNEX so that you have everything teed up there and everything is current and accurate. Also, review incoming deals. Work with our inside sales team to ensure that credit's all there. Make sure that if there's any financing needs, make sure if there's anything, because a lot of deals are probably going to be coming in, and if you have a credit line or anything like that, we have a lot of flexibility, but it saves some time to get in front of that and to make sure we get some of that flexibility out and in front rather than kind of scrambling after the fact to try and get that done. So make sure that work with our inside sales team. They're one of the best in the business. They'll help you guys and guide you guys through that and make sure that everything is properly aligned for that. I covered this slide in our software update calls. So if you do have new quotes or bid requests, to make sure that everything flows smoothly, quickly, efficiently, because I know sometimes there's timelines to respond in certain scenarios. So we want to make sure that we have all the RFQ, RFP, RFI info included when you're looking for a bid or looking for a quote. A lot of these agencies and federal agencies and state, local, they have a number of different sites, right? So you will have you'll want to have the exact site number so that you can make sure that it aligns appropriately with the bid and with the end client and that either sub-agency or that site that they're referring to. Part numbers and quantities a lot of times are, sometimes they're known up front or they're dictated by the response, right? But you just want to make sure that you have all that stuff in there, make sure that we can qualify it, quantify it. Deal reg IDs with Rick, I saw you raise your hand. We're going to get to you here in a second. Deal reg IDs, make sure you have all that stuff aligned. And then the GOE, Special Bid Enhanced Review Questionnaire. This comes out when you are requesting for quote, requesting for bid. There is additional guidance that our team provides as well down in that questionnaire as well. Our inside team can help guide you, but utilize these things that are out there for you to take advantage of. And Rick, we'll come back Q&A, and I can review back in the slides some of the things that we need to do, or some of the questions we'd like to go over, I'll say. Financing considerations. Sometimes there's budget restraints in terms of, how much budget they have left, or if they have to wait for budgeting to come out, but there's a need now. Both IBM and TD SYNNEX have offerings that can help out in those instances. But one of the things is right at the top, I want to make sure that you identify the opportunity as a state local education deal, or more importantly, a federal deal, because some of these agencies don't allow it to come from anyone else but the identified agent that they're working with. So you just want to make sure that when there's a consideration there, typically they'll come to you, and or in your conversations, you'll understand the need for there to be different financing considerations. So just make sure that, hey, these things are available out there, but you also want to make sure that the entity that you're working with is aware that it is a public sector or SLED or federal deal, right? So when engaging them, make sure that's the first thing that you mention in that, and also, in working with your agency, that that maybe there's options or opportunities for them to finance, right? One last thing I wanted to touch on here before I hand it over to my IBM counterparts is IBM posted this tear sheet in August, and this is all of the second half things that you need to know. There are some quick links here. Talks about promotions, pricing, anything that's new or anything that's current that you can take advantage of as we head into the end of season, as well as things that you can apply, things you can take advantage of, and things that'll help you as a partner to do that. And then two, strategic programs, right? We have the CPPO program with AWS Marketplace expansions. We have MSP updates, the Palo Alto acquisition, the Q Radar updates that you'll want to understand and know there as we head into later into the second half. And then partner skills and activations. You got your POCs in a box that are highly utilized, and I recommend everybody to look at that. We have partner activation kits that really guide you along in anything that you would need to understand from an IBM positioning perspective. And then My Digital Marketing, all the things as you're trying to drive campaigns and different things like that, you're going to want to get out to that MDM page or My Digital Marketing to take advantage of all the assets that they've cultivated there for you guys to drive campaigns, for you guys to drive events, anything like that. Social marketing, there's a ton of stuff out there. Do get out there and do that. I put this tear sheet link down here in the bottom left-hand corner. That's a link out to Seismic that'll take you right to this exact sheet so that you can take advantage of those things. With that, I'm going to turn it over to my two good friends, Doreen Dombrowski and Judy Simcox, to cover a few things about IBM's point of view.
Good morning, everybody from Pittsburgh. Not the deserts of Arizona like Jeff, but we're having quite the warm day here. So on the SEWP VI status, 2 weeks ago, the NASA put the solicitation on hold due to some vendor concerns regarding the solicitation, and we're still waiting for news on if and when the new solicitation due date will come about. Early in the SEWP process, with the encouragement of the team for contracts at TD SYNNEX, Judy and I worked with our operations team to craft a SEWP VI specific letter of authorization for IBM partners. And it addresses this very specific requirements within the solicitation for that letter of authorization. So if any of you need a letter of authorization, please just send Judy and or me an email, and we'll let you know what you need to include in your request to our operations team. Judy, do you have any comments?
No, I think you covered it. Well, we will send the partner to our North America Channel Ops team, but they can send an email first to us, and then we'll sort of give them that email address and a few more details. Yes.
Right. And know your proper market teams. And what Jeff means by that statement is it's really to the partner's benefit if you're working a SLED deal or a federal deal, hardware or software, to make sure you check in and engage that market team or market rep or Judy and I for guidance, or there may be some gotchas, or we can help facilitate some things for the partner to help make everything easier for you guys and for the deal to be engaged with much smoother. And we can help engage the right resources. For example, if you're working a deal for information, data and AI, I can engage the proper brand rep, but if you need technical resources or you bring us an RFI that is not for IBM, but you think it is, that IBM market rep and I will help engage the proper technical resources within the market to help evaluate, yes, we feel this IBM product, this product. So don't hesitate to come to Judy or me or TD SYNNEX to help get those market teams engaged. An example too is we have specific deal makers for SLED and for Fed. Their goal in life is to help build deals with either a partner or the team or whatever. So they can work with you as well to build a bigger, better deal if you're crafting something. And they sit in the market, so that goes back to that messaging on knowing your proper market teams. That's all that I have. Judy, Jeff?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. We do have some fluidity sometimes in who covers what for what brand, and so Doreen and I are the best place to start if you don't know who to get to, because we will point you in the right direction.
Right.
Me for hardware deals, Doreen for software deals. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely, and that's a great segue into my next slide, the one that a few don't like because I made my picture small over here because I am just the cheerleader in the background. These three individuals right here are the folks you want to deal with. David Johnstone, my business development executive over here. If you don't know him, you should. He's going to work with these ladies down here to ensure that you guys, this team right here is the best in the business. They're going to make sure you guys have everything that you need. You need to engage them. You need to make sure that they're involved. As Judy said, Judy for the hardware and system sales, Doreen for the software sales. David kind of covers both of these with them, but these are the people that are going to be very important and critical to your success while you're out there driving business with your agencies and clients. So make sure you're engaged with them. Their contact information is here. We're gonna forward the slide deck out after the fact so that you have everything there. But yes, engage these folks, especially as we come into this part of the year. It's such a good team to have in your corner, to make sure that everything's successful and you can close all the business that you can. So with that was kind of how I wanted to kind of do a quick sprint of what we're doing. And now I would like to open it up for any questions. So I'm going to go down here and look at my attendees. Rick, I thought you had a question. Let me see here. Allow to talk. Rick, are you out there? Rick Palea? Yeah. Okay. I don't see the hand raised anymore. Is there Felicia, are you seeing any hands raised out there? I'm just trying to.
I am not at this time.
Okay, let me see here. Is there anything in the chat? I don't see anything.
I see two Ricks. He may be muted, Jeff.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. I'll ask him to unmute. Doesn't allow me to do that. Okay. Any questions out there? Anyone want to raise their hand or anyone want to type anything in the chat? Is there any other questions that may be out there? Thought we'd have quite a few, but it sounds like we just hit the nail on the head with everything this morning. And I'm looking. I don't see. Oh, there's one. Somebody put something in the chat. Can you talk more about the issue NASA had with the vendor? Raj, I'm trying to think.
Do you mean for the NASA SEWP VI solicitation, Raj?
I can find Raj and I'll mute him here.
Judy and our team is working on that, but they didn't share details with us as to what the concerns entailed, whether it was around the NIAX code or all of the unanswered questions from the SEWP office. And the several partners that I've spoken with weren't quite clear either, Raj, on the specifics as to the real or the basic reason on the pause.
Okay. Goes back to the soup. Thank you, Doreen, for that. Thank you for the question, Raj. Anyone else have any questions out there?
I'm very curious on what Rick's question was, Jeff.
I know he raised his hand early. Rick, do you want to type something in the chat? More on 0% interest. I will send you that document and we can have a conversation there. Anything specific to that? I mean, it's deferred. I can go back, check this out. So let's go over here. So it's basically deferred 12-month term with 0 interest, right? And then 3 payment deferrals. So it'll be 3 equally quarterly payments where you get interest free for 12 months. Pretty much it. Does that answer your question, Raj, or was there another question maybe you had?
Yes, it does. Hi, Jeff and Doreen
Hey.
and team. You hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. No, I saw somewhere December 31st, 2024. So this offer is very limited, for the next 3 months. Is that correct?
Yes, it's to encourage close of business. So if somebody's up against a need versus a budget, right? You want to,
Yep.
as we close out the year, budgets may not be released, but they may have a need sooner, right? So they may have to delay some of those payments or spread them out, right? So what they want to do is, hey, between now and December 31st, if you run into that where there's somebody that has a need but doesn't have the budget, this is one of those things that can be done to ensure that they can capture what they need and still capture the opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you. And then the credit qualification. So this is based on the end client, not the resellers, or both. What's the deal there?
It's typically it has to do with both. Sometimes it's the end client paying because that payment will come directly. It'll take kind of that risk off of you, and we'll take on that risk, right, for you as a partner. So a lot of times it has to do with the end client. Some of these agencies, like we said, maybe need to keep it, per the terms of the federal agreement with the partner or with somebody, so it may not qualify. But if there is an opportunity for that, or if they're, in the writing of the response that they can kind of do that, or if their budget season doesn't start till, January, we can do something like that. But make sure, I'll reiterate, and Doreen, I'll let you touch on this if you have anything else to say, and Judy, that you identify the opportunity as SLED or federal as soon as you start talking with these folks, just to make sure that they understand, that is the case. Because we've run into some issues with, the credit teams going down, thinking it's a commercial agency, and there's different things they have to consider and make sure and check that box, right?
Yep.
So there may be some specific terms and conditions that are applicable for government that would need to be part of the agreement between the partner and the financing arm of IBM or TD SYNNEX.
Okay. And any reason to kind of limit this, to less than 1 million?
I would have to. I don't know. Doreen,
I haven't heard as to why, but we do look to the partners to be like a deal engine for us, and the velocity level deals are coming more through partners. Maybe that's one of the reasons, Raj. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Super. Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm just looking at the chat. Anyone else that would like to ask a question while we have these panel of experts here on the call? Just looking at the chat as well. I don't see anything in the chat.
I have a little reminder, get your deal registrations in early, especially for government because of the documentation.
Yes. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do, team, is I will wrap this call up. This is exactly how I wanted the call to be. A quick sprint, quick reminders. We'll send these reminders out to you, and to make sure that you're all set up for the end of season craziness and all that comes with that, to make sure that everything's happy and efficient. But happy selling to you guys. Thank you again for joining us. Reach out to this great team, engage us, let us know how we can help you close some deals and add some value to what you do, like we want to every day. So happy selling. Enjoy. Oh, there I have one more. Got another chat here. Oh, thanks for your time. No, thank you, Alex. You too. Have
You're
a
quite
great day.
welcome, Alex.
Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. Let us know how we can help, guys. We'll talk soon. That'll end it.
Thank you very much, team. Yeah.
Oh, stop. We have a question.
Oh, recently we worked on the County of Sacramento deal. The customer requirement on bid document is 3-year period, but customer willing to pay annually.
Were the out years option? Did the customer request them as options or committed, Rick? For the County of Sacramento?
Murali, I see you out there. We'll get to you in just a second here. I'm not seeing. I wish. Felicia, is there any way you can unmute Rick?
I'm not sure which one it is. There's several under Rick's name.
There's a couple under Rick's name.
There's several. So yeah, the one that is asking the question would need to raise. There we go. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Hey, hi, Jeff. Am I audible?
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Jeff. Thanks for asking. Jeff,
Yeah.
I'm from Rick's team. My name is Prasanna.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why Rick's showing up so much. Okay. I gave the link to all you guys. That's why I'm like going, Rick's on this call a lot. What's going on? How can we help?
Recently, we have worked on a County of Sacramento deal, Jeff. The customer is looking for a 3-year pricing on the bid document. While we working with the customer, he is interested in paying it for annually, but IBM denied it paying annually. As customer opting it for 3 years, they need to pay upfront. Is there something on this deal you could help? Since the customer has canceled the solicitation and he might be releasing it soon again.
What type of software licensing is it? Is it subscription, SaaS, or on-prem?
On-prem.
Huh. Wow. What brand is it?
Oh, didn't get you. Can you please look at that?
What software brand?
Oh, let me once quickly open the document.
And in the solicitation that the county posted, does it say base plus 2 years for maintenance?
FileNet and annual maintenance renewal.
Do you mind sending me a copy of the RFQ, Rick? I mean,
Sure.
Rick's teammate.
Yeah, sure. Myself, I'm Prasanna. I am Rick is my manager.
And then that way Jeff and I will have your email address too to help you out.
Yeah, here's Doreen's email right here if you want to send that to her.
I'll be sending you that bid document right away after this call.
Okay.
I'll copy Rick as well. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. And maybe we can set up a call to just review it and see kind of how it's written and maybe there's something we missed there, right? So let's take a look at it and we'll see what we can do.
Sure. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Doran.
Sure. Thanks for
thank you.
bringing it up.
Absolutely. All right. I jumped the gun a little bit there. We had one. Let me see if is there anyone else that would like to ask a question at this time. All right. Going once, going twice. All right, we're coming up just to the bottom of the hour, so that actually worked out really well. Good engagement there. And again, engage us if there's anything else, even after you think of something after the call or seeing the slides, reach out to us and let us help out, guys. With that, I'm going to close out the call. Have a great rest of your Wednesday and rest of your week, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks all.